I'ma shine. I'm not one for wasting time. I'ma make that shit that gon' go have you wait and stand in line. Shine, you gon' shine. Don't you go and waste your time. I know you feeling down, but I know what you got deep inside. Shine, I'ma shine. Shine, I'ma shine. Shine, you gon' shine. Shine, I'ma shine. I'm not one for.
What to do, what to do. Welcome to Pain or Gain. My name's Dr. T.
And my name is Timo.
Thanks for joining us again. We've had an eventful week. Welcome to the hellish landscape that is football. Welcome to season-ending injuries. Welcome to new beginnings for a lot of teams. And welcome to quitting on your team because they give you mental health issues.
And here's to us winning our first week in DraftKings.
DraftKings. Oh, yeah, we won. That was nice. We
$5,
won.
baby.
Listen to us. You could win $5.
Hey, $5.
At least $5.
That's impressive. Hey?
Damn, I felt like we really hit on that too, and we
That
just
was
won
pretty
$5.
good.
I was
Yeah.
like,
well, see, the thing is, we joined one of those leagues where it's just like, dude,
1,000
so
people.
many people, way more than that. So this week, now that we're up $5, we could try a little.
yeah, use some house money. Use a $5
exactly,
one instead of a $3 one.
And now we can do a
whatever it is.
$10 one. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I'm in.
Getting a little spicy.
I'm in. But yeah,
Yeah.
that was good. How have you been since the last time we seen you?
Everything's been good. Work has been fun. I've just been saying that like every episode so far. A lot of my clients are just staying really consistent, and I'm really enjoying it. And I guess I just got a text right now too from one of my clients that she actually wants to bring her boyfriend in now.
Let's go.
And he was like, can you help him like get a little, a little stockier a little bit? He's like really skinny, and I was like, yeah, for sure. I could do that. Yeah. So she was like, yeah, all right, cool. Yeah. I'm going to try to bring him in and we're going to see what we can do with the package. I was like, fuck yeah. So hard work's paying off. I've been just kind of doing my some new routines in the gym lately. And then just kind of like just doing that with my clients. So they like my workouts that I do. And they're seeing the results. Like the results that I'm seeing. So even in my own fitness journey, I feel like I'm a lot leaner now. But yeah, so everything's pretty good. Everything's on the up and up. Only thing that kind of sucked today is
coming out of summer.
I broke a mirror.
You broke a mirror.
Damn, I know. I did all
Stop looking at him, man.
Yeah, so I broke a mirror today. So that's the only thing that was kind of like, damn, bad juju. But it is what it is.
Hey, you just gotta break it because something else would have broke instead, but you broke the mirror instead.
Yeah, I was trying to fix my beautiful my new do.
You just whacked it.
Just fucking slipped out my hands. But yeah, what's up with you though? We were talking off air about a cool new plant.
Oh yeah, we got a new plant called a Begonia Black Magic. We named it Helena.
Helena, sick. I like
points to anybody who gets the reference for a black plant with red on it.
We'll save the nugget.
No
we'll save the nugget. No,
it's okay.
It's all right. No.
No emo kids here apparently. My Chemical Romance. They have a song called
really?
Helena, and the music video is them like carrying casket and there's just pouring down rain and they're just like screaming this song. It's great.
Nice.
Anyways, we named it Helena.
Helena, cool.
Yeah, got it at Lowe's. Great plants at Lowe's, by the way. If you guys need some house plants, Lowe's is.
I've always enjoyed
They got some
Lowe's.
good stuff. They got some good
Lowe's.
stuff.
Okay.
Better than Home Depot. I would say.
You know what? There's
better than Home Depot.
Just a quick one. Just as I remember, there is a new plant warehouse right on Montague and Old Oakland, right where it changes from Main Street and then Old Oakland, like literally right behind that U-Haul. If you know where that is, by the Shell.
Kind of. What's it called? Wait, I want to go.
I will, because I always exit off of it because Montague gets go crazy when I come back from the gym. So I'll exit.
If you find out the name, I will
yeah,
literally.
They have a cool little thing. I was like, Dr. T will like this place.
That's one of the things that forced me out of the house. Is I'll go.
Let's go check it out, see what they got. It looks pretty cool. It looks pretty big.
I'm in.
Like
me and the other half goes. It forces me out of the house on Saturdays because I don't leave the house on Saturdays if I don't have to. But then it forces me to go out as we'll go at go to Lowe's or go to Home Depot or something. Just kind of walk around.
Yeah.
Sometimes we need like a light bulb or something, but go walk around, see some plants. We try to find like plants that we know are like rarer. And try to like make some money off of it because then we'll sell them on like Facebook. We'll take clippings of it, sell it on Facebook Marketplace.
Sick.
So this one that we got is really big.
I like it.
And we could probably sell a clipping for it. We got it for like $18, $19. We could probably easily sell a clipping of it for like $10.
Okay.
And so if we get, we can get a handful of them off of it. So we're trying to make some money back off of it. But anyways, cool. I'm in. Let me know.
Gotcha.
Let me know what that is.
Sure.
As far as I did have to explain today to a client how to a patient. You got me saying client. To a patient, and it's just exhausting. I have a lot of exhausting patients. Either they take a lot of like energy to think because they're complicated, or they're just like a brick wall.
Mm-hmm.
And I had to explain to her, she works in like a warehouse, so it gets like 15,000 steps a day, you know, going blah, blah, blah. She's got like a knee sprain. And I had to sit there and explain to her for 15 minutes the fact that you get tired at the end of the day, and that's why like your legs ache at the end of the day. And I told her she needed to not walk as much, essentially, so that she could not be as tired. And then I spent 15 minutes of a merry-go-round, basically, of her not believing that it's the walking that's doing, because it doesn't hurt while she's walking. It only hurts at the end of the day when she's going to go to sleep. And it took me 15 minutes, and I gave up. And I was like, you know what, lady?
Just keep walking then.
I don't know. You've hit the extent of my expertise. All of my years of studying and going through this and dealing with the same injury that you have with a lot of people, including myself. I don't know. It's the extent of my knowledge. I have no clue why it hurts at night when you walk 15,000 steps a day. I don't know.
It's so funny.
It was so frustrating.
Oh man. Yeah, you know, you can only fight a brick wall for so long.
It's frustrating.
But yeah. All right, cool. All right,
anyways.
what do you have for us today? Speaking of
so we got some injuries today.
Mhm.
We got some injuries over the weekend. We'll talk about the ones that we can. There's some that are obvious, like, you know, the Mike Williams obviously tore his ACL. Aaron Rodgers still ain't coming back. Don't do that. But yeah, so we have some probable injuries this week. So Aaron Jones is the first one. Aaron Jones, he didn't really speak on it, but there are two players. Romeo Doubs came in to a press conference today and said, hey, no, he's going. He's playing. This is a interconference game. It's against Detroit. Detroit's kind of like fiery. Green Bay still has kind of something to prove. So Romeo Doubs came in and said that which, I mean, take for what it is, but he said Aaron Jones is probably going to suit up and play. They kind of were alluding to it in the talk that they were doing. He's probably going to play. We'll get to his teammate later on. Pat Mahomes, everyone saw that game because of the Taylor Swift thing, which is stupid.
You know, the best thing that that somebody put in our chat is that it says like the only Kelsey and Swift connection is on the Eagles.
Yeah, Jason Kelsey and DeAndre Swift.
Yeah, so
go Swifties for that team.
That team only. It's too much now.
But Patrick Mahomes had an ankle injury that he kind of got rolled up on in the middle of the game, and it's the same one that he injured last year in the playoffs, actually. So that famous him kind of hobbling during the Super Bowl and playing on it. Same ankle. Looks like it just got rolled up on, but he's probably he'll be fine. Probably he might be a little limited in his mobility, but we've seen that before, and he kind of figures his way out of it. Calvin Ridley also actually played injured that game, and then it got bumped again in the middle of the game. And he shouldn't. I mean, he'll be around 85%, something like that. He's gonna be going in. He shouldn't be hindered too much. He had a real hot flash in the pan, and now it's been a little down. But
all right, and I guess the question would be, would you start him this week?
I would. He's
Okay.
more of a flex wide receiver 2-3 guy,
Sounds
as opposed to he was a wide receiver 1. I had him going into the season as like a break point 1-2. He's more like a 2-3 right now.
Okay, sounds good.
But yeah, we'll let that sit. And then next, we have Anthony Richardson and Jalen Waddle. Anthony Richardson was still in concussion protocol earlier in the part of the week, which is a little concerning. But I think they were just resting him a little bit more. They did say that he was trending towards a return. That usually means good things without, a setback. There's been no words of a setback in his recovery, so usually that means you're on time. Sometimes they'll say, oh, he had a setback or slow recovery, and then you get pushed back a little bit. His was self-reported. His was they had to keep him out for the week for sure because it was delayed symptoms, but everything else I heard on that front is pretty status quo for kind of protocol recovery. So he should be playing. I'm gonna put him in lineups and hope I don't have to do a last minute decision, but I would put him in comfortably.
Cool.
And just I'll check the wake up. I set my alarms at like 9:30 so I can
Just
get up
to
and
make sure,
and set everything. But yeah, he should be good. Jalen Waddle should also be good in concussion protocol. Again, had to go through the
I
week.
mean,
He
they
got
don't really
knocked out in
need
the second
him right
quarter.
now. He could just chill.
Yeah, he got knocked out
Golly.
second quarter of the second week, I think.
Yeah.
And then kind of, I think he played back. He might have played back the rest of it. I'm not sure. I don't remember that one, but
Yeah, I don't remember.
he missed last game in the 70-point route.
70. They ended up at 70 points, right?
70 points, yeah.
Sheesh.
So he should be back. He should be finishing through concussion protocol. They're still not going to play because they're in protocol. So just kind of, it's just, he's got to do what it's got to do.
Yep. Got it.
Next, we'll go into questionables if we got them.
Boom.
Gus Edwards is in concussion protocol. Now, he left the game with it and didn't come back, which makes me more skeptical on the amount of kind of concussion, whether that it is. Like, they also have Justice Hill. They're kind of like down bad with running backs right now. So you might see a little bit of Zay Flowers in the backfield motion. That might be a sneak peek to maybe a DFS thing, but I think it's concerning for a running back to be in concussion protocol is one thing. So I don't think he's going to play. I would have a backup plan and kind of take it as like a win if he does. But running backs are a whole nother animal with their concussions. Quarterbacks, receivers, a little different. Running backs, they usually give you at least a week out of that thing just because you're going head first in so many holes.
Yeah.
So he's going to be kind of questionable, almost doubtful, but he's still going through protocol. They haven't had a stop. He's probably He's probably going to be a game time decision on that one. Then we have a handful of doubtfuls coming in too. Christian Watson is doubtful. He's trending towards playing tomorrow, so I might upgrade this to a questionable probable. But he hasn't really practiced at all. The last I checked was he had a DNP on Monday. I don't remember if he did a light practice today. He might have had a light practice today, and if he did, that would be solid for his return. The game is in 2 days, so that's why I'm putting it more as doubtful instead of questionable.
Got it.
But if he does play, he's for sure going to be hobbled, and I wouldn't be surprised if he either has a snap count or if he gets pulled in the game for some reason, if he tweaks it again. It's just a high re-injury risk with the hamstring, but word is that he was trending towards playing, and he said that he planned on suiting up in the press conference too, right after Romeo Doubs said Aaron Jones is going to play. Jimmy G's in concussion protocol. I think this is kind of a coach speak. I think they're going to put him down for a little bit and see what we got with either the rookie or just with the team going in. Give him a little break, give him a little chill back. This O-line is not doing very well. I would say I would almost put him as out if he wasn't like in protocol, quote unquote, if they didn't rule him out yet. But I don't think he's going to play. I would have a backup plan anyways. If you have Jimmy G as your quarterback, you're in trouble regardless. Derek Carr, AC joint sprain. That's a little top bone on top of your shoulder. These are tricky because those, I'm trying to remember if it was, could be up to 4 weeks. So, well, I need the pepper. Could be up to 4 weeks because if they swell and if the throwing shoulder, it's going to be all swelling and it's going to be mobility. Can you throw? Can you get up there? And how much pain is it? Usually they shoot these up. So you'll have, who was it? Matt Ryan, I think last year, they were claiming he played with a separated shoulder for 3 or 4 games or whatever. You could shoot those up. That's not like a big deal, especially if it's just a grade 1. But you don't want to, and Derek Carr is kind of getting old in there. I'm sure he's been shot up plenty of times in the shoulder. You don't want to do too much of that. So I would say it's questionable for now. They also have Jameis Winston, who's still a slinger. So I think if they had like, I don't know, like Zach Wilson as their backup or whatever, I think he'd play. But because they have Jameis and he feels comfortable in that system, I think they give him at least a week to kind of get himself right before that. And then the last one is Justin Fields. His concussion was a little bit scarier. DJ Moore actually pulled him off. DJ Moore like went up, saw him wobbling, and like pulled him off to the side and said like, "Yo, we gotta
check him.
We gotta check this guy."
That's cool that
basically.
players are doing that for each other.
Yeah, and so if it's that bad, I think they have to put him out. Even if he clears protocol, I think they keep him out for this week just to be like, oh, we're like player safety thing. Also, the Bears are kind of screwed anyways. Like they're not doing well. It might give you a little shot in the arm if another quarterback comes in, or to get you to appreciate Justin Fields more. I think it would behoove them not to sit him. So I think he sits, and I think he might be. I don't really see it being more than a 2-weeker just because he didn't want to go, and I think the Bears are kind of trying to win now, so we'll see about that. But yeah,
Yeah, at this point they're just calling it quits.
yeah, they're trying to win now.
Caleb.
Yeah, they might tank for Caleb. And then I can't see that yet. I was going through my notes. Let me pull this
Mostert
up.
for Gibbs.
Mostert for Gibbs.
How would you feel about that if you got that trade offer?
Oh, it's a trade offer? I want the
Mhm.
Gibbs side of it. I still think the Gibbs is going to be better for it. I think Mostert was a flash in the pan. And I think Achan, that's what he wants to go by. Achan is very good, very nice, and there was a lot of word about him being the talk at camp, and he was just injured. That's why he wasn't there. I think Mostert's a sell high right now, so get rid of him if you can, to be honest.
Go get Gibbs. Gibbs is
safer. He's on a progressive trajectory, and what you want is the playoffs. So
Yeah.
if I have Mostert, I'm being happy that he outperformed his ADP already, or if I picked him up off
Well,
of
that's
waivers.
true too, because maybe Miami will be. Say if you make it to the playoffs, and Miami's kind of like already clinched or saying because they're doing pretty well.
Yeah.
Mostert they might sit him, and you might not have.
And
Mostert
he's
chance.
very, very well known for getting injured. So I would be surprised if Mostert finishes the whole season. Anyways, as it is. But I'm just not a big I don't want to start Mostert every week while I'm being comfortable. Like, I would feel comfortable starting Gibbs, week 12, week 13, week 14, week 15. Excuse me. Especially with this Lions team that's going to want, theoretically, be in the playoff hunt. As you said, the Dolphins might be, 13-2 week 15 and not want to, they might be solid for what it is. So I would take the Gibbs in that. I get why you'd want to move off of Gibbs if you're 0-3 and you're like, hey, I need to win
Something
now
here,
just
yeah.
to get into playoffs. I think you're mortgaging your playoff hopes for that, though.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't.
Thanks for the question there, Richie.
Yeah.
Haku System asks,
What the hell?
did Jimmy get the concussion when he got folded in half like an origami swan?
So there have been reports. I think this is fake. I think this is not maybe he does, but I don't think that. I think it's coaches speak, and I think it's a way of resting him, quote unquote.
There you go.
What they're saying it happened was the BS helmet to helmet call that we got on Minka Fitzpatrick when he sacked Jimmy or he hit him. I don't think they actually pointed out a play where they thought he got it.
Mm-hmm.
But they did immediately after in the press conference. He didn't speak to the press because they said that he was in protocol. So I don't know if they were quick to point that or if they already had this idea coming in, hey, if we go 1-2, we might have to shut him down, blah blah blah. So that might have been a thing. But yeah. So we can go over real quick again some of the stuff. So Aaron Jones, probable. I feel comfortable with him. I'll just kind of go down the list I have. Christian Watson should be playing according to him. Hamstrings are dicey, though. I wouldn't feel comfortable starting him on a Thursday night, but, that's what he says. Jimmy, Justin Fields, and there's a Derek Carr. I think those all are going to miss, and we'll see about that. Patrick Mahomes should be good to go. Calvin Ridley should be good to go. Might be a little hobbled. I think Jalen Waddle and Anthony Richardson are both also good to go. Fire off a question in the chat, I guess, if I miss somebody you're interested in, or I'll do a little quick research. Eckler is more self-limiting, so he's kind of he already put himself on a pitch count. I talked about it earlier. There's not too much on Eckler outside of the fact that he says that he doesn't want to play too much. Let me look at what his practice stuff was.
I feel it, though, because running backs, they don't get no respect. So I feel it. Stand up for your right to fight. But fuck.
Let me check his stuff real quick. I think he's trending to. I think he's trending to miss it.
Yeah,
But
I
he
had the
might-
backup, and he wasn't even doing shit. He started good week 1 when Eckler was in there, but then, yeah, he's been ass for the last 2 weeks for me as a backup to Eckler, as a handcuff, I should say.
Yeah, I think he might play, but he might just be on a pitch count. I see this being an ugly game. Actually, I don't
Mhm.
think. I think the Chargers are going to run it up on him,
Got
and I think they shut him down mid-game. So like, if he plays, you have to start him. But I wouldn't be surprised if he gives you like an 8-pointer. He has like 3 catches, 50 yards or something like that, or whatever he's going to have. Like, I think that might be a stat line,
Mhm.
unless he gets you a sneaky touchdown or 2. But I think he's going to be real limited in what he's going to be able to do because, quite frankly, if I'm a coaching staff and you're self-limiting you, I don't like that. Being as a like again player like safety and like players got to get theirs or the entertainment. Let's be real, but
Your job is a job.
you get paid to do a job, man.
Yeah,
Go do your
yeah,
job.
go do
I
your
don't
job.
like.
That's
I
why
get-
sometimes in the NBA when they do that load management shit, I'm just like, but you're paid to do your job.
Yeah.
But hey, you know what? You also are entitled to take a break, I guess.
Yeah, I mean,
but
it's,
you know, it is what it is.
So that's gonna be a dicey one of like that's gonna be a game time
we all
right
get
up
sick
to
days.
it. Yeah, I would feel really good about starting Josh Kelly this week against the Raiders, just because it'd be like if I'm the Chargers too. I don't want to reward Eckler. If we're on the 1 yard line, dude, fuck Eckler. Honestly,
That's
if you're limiting yourself, like Kelly, go nuts. So
I was hoping he did, but he's been ass.
yeah, so I mean that's a sticky situation. That's gonna take a couple weeks, and you just gotta write it out. Don't sell.
But
don't
that's
sell
why
him.
I grabbed as many running backs as I could.
Yeah, that's what
'Cause
you
that's
want.
shit how it goes.
But-
All right, cool.
But yeah, like he's gonna self-limit, and you know what? In a game that's very likely to be a blowout, you might just let him sit. But yeah, why don't we go over?
Our team.
Yeah, we'll go over Painter Game Fantasy. We need to
Painter
step it
Game
up.
Fantasy team. We are 1-2. We left in Aaron Jones because he didn't play. We didn't switch that out.
Bummer
We
on
do have
us.
so we have to make some roster changes and maybe check out free agency if we kind of feel good. Oh, okay. So we'll look. Yeah, and then you can move it from there. Ooh, last week's matchup.
Tua, man.
Yeah. So 0. Swift did his thing. It's good to see Swift
Swift did his
doing
thing, yeah.
I'm okay with that. Debo did his thing. Zay Flowers, she got 13 points. Good call on that one.
Yep.
Kelsey Gibbs. So we do have Gibbs on.
I mean,
our
I
team.
guess Cooper could have been. We could have put Cooper in there, but oh
Yeah, we
well.
weren't too sure about that. How that was
Yeah.
gonna play out. So, all right. Not
Oh
too
yeah,
bad.
because he had the groin thing right away. He had the
Yeah,
groin
scroll
injury
down a
like the
little
day
bit.
before.
James, scroll down a little bit.
Sutton,
I just wanna
Schultz,
see our
Jerome
bench a little
Ford.
better on that.
Yeah, I guess if we started Ford over him, we would have won. But
For Tony, we should probably just get rid of Tony at this point.
yeah, Tony needs to get
So
out of
Tony's
there.
gone. So let's start with that then. We could go Tony. Let's try to trade. Oh, Pickett, our sleeper, just ended up having a breakout game against the Raiders. of
Yeah,
course.
so maybe we can. I mean, I don't think we're gonna pick.
Oh,
Yeah,
no, yeah, for
yeah,
sure.
get him out of here. I don't even want him on the squad.
Yeah, he's dropped.
Sorry for he can do
See
well
ya.
for SFL.
That was my
He ain't
sleeper
doing well
pick,
here.
and you're not it.
Held
my
him
dude.
down.
So I'm definitely out on that one. Pickett, Schultz.
Schultz is getting a little. He doesn't have too much.
Oh.
Too much run because they have another tight end, Brevin Jordan. I forgot about him, but he's
How's
like
our Saints
hyper-athletic.
defense doing? Not too well, huh? Let's. Can you click into the Saints defense?
Well, they're playing. Well, they played Baker.
and then
they did okay.
what about for the year so far? They've had 12, 9, and 9. Still good. I can live with that as a defense. Good
Saints
choice on
playing
them.
Baker. This is the
That's a good one too.
the annual Mike Evans Marshawn Lattimore showdown.
Ooh,
Love it. Love it.
Yeah.
Someone's gonna get punched in the face. Someone's gonna get thrown out. I love it. I'm here for it.
What was the other one that was like that back in the big? It was Andre Johnson, and
And
somebody
Cortland Finnegan.
Finnegan.
Yeah.
That same.
Finnegan
idea.
was a feisty guy. He was good. He was good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why don't we go?
Free agencies or free agents?
Yeah, I think Zay Flower against Cincy might be a nice one. Their secondary is beat up,
Yeah.
but
Oh, gotcha.
yeah, because you might be able to do. Josh Palmer's probably already picked up in this league.
Well, we have the second pick. Oh no, we have the 4th pick on waiver wire. And then players. Let me look right now. And I'm just gonna look at flexes. We could try to go get a Achan.
Yeah, I think.
I mean, maybe
Achan.
a
Achan.
DJ Montgomery's on there too.
Yes.
And then we got Tank Dell still there. What do you think we need most of?
I think
probably
running
running
back.
back.
We have enough receivers. We have Zay. We have Cooper. We have Sutton.
So our first waiver should be Achan
Yeah, I would.
or Achan.
Yeah.
So we'll add him first.
Yeah, we don't need to cut anybody.
And then DJ Montgomery,
Sure.
because that's the only top two. Unless
Yeah,
you
we
wanna
don't
go-
need to cut anyone because we have the empty slot.
And then
at the
Chicago running
bottom.
back Johnson. That's pretty much it there.
Roshan Johnson's kind of a sneaky pick.
Yeah. Nobody's kind of like came out of Chicago because just Chicago's been Chicago.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I had high hopes. We could get your guy Tank Dell, even though we don't need receiver. Maybe try to make a trade. Maybe get some high.
We could try to
get some
try to
trade
trade
going?
for another running back too. But I would do the. I don't know if we ever added Achan.
I think he did. Didn't you? No.
I don't think he. Yeah, just add it from there. If Dalton plays again, oh yeah, Andy Thielen would be a good. He's been getting crazy numbers. He might be a nice. Just you consistently put him in DFS until he proves you wrong. Because who were they? Haku, who was the Panthers playing?
Oh wait. So should we get Montgomery since we have Gibbs? Should I even put that waiver out there? Probably not.
I
Would
wouldn't.
you? Yeah, actually,
I would do
think that.
Achan. Would be. Texans
And then
are.
if not, Tank Dell. Just kind of get some value somewhere.
I would try to make a trade before using a waiver on Dell. Try to do a 2-for-1. Someone wants it. Oh yeah, the Vikings. The Vikings secondary is horrendous. Yeah, Thielen might be a nice DFS pick actually. That might be a fun one because they got to throw.
They got Justice Hill here. He had 2 touchdowns in the first game in the Ravens.
Yeah, that's when what's his face blew out his.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, so you're not there. All right, cool.
It's okay. The guy we're playing is 0-3. Let's go.
Well, we need to win somewhere.
Yeah, let's look over. Look at what we got. Do we need to be risky? Do we need to be safe? What are we doing here?
It still has the matchup for last week on here.
Bastards.
Come on, guys.
Take it down. Stop the count.
Let me refresh this. Maybe it's switch over.
Yeah. Lamar, Damian Pierce, Miles Sanders, Justin Jefferson, Garrett Wilson, Amon-Ra. Man, it's a scary team.
And they're 0-3.
Yeah. Well, the Garrett Wilson's been a disappointment. Njoku's been a disappointment.
Oof, fuck, Justin. Oof.
I think Lamar only had one good week. Maybe 2. It's just as scary on paper. And then it might be a blowout if the Vikings can get their stuff together against
Damn, this
Carolina.
team's actually pretty good. But what the fuck? Damn, and Brown's defense? Fuck. He has a good bench, too. Jerry Jeudy.
Yeah, it seems solid, actually. I don't understand how he's 0-3.
He
That
must be
sucks.
losing by, like, somebody else going crazy. Fuck.
Oh, yeah.
All right, well, so we're kind of...
Leave it
Is
at
there
that
anybody?
and hope we get some stuff going.
Yeah, nobody really on the bench that we could kind of really swoop out. Any matchup-based ones? Let me see.
Oh, yeah, Amon-Ra is going to get shadowed by Jair this week. That might be a tough one. It's a good call. So it might look out good for us. Gibbs might actually get his a bunch of touches now. They might have been saving, a Lions fan might say that they're saving Gibbs for this Green Bay divisional game. This is the one that matters, yada, yada, yada.
Oh.
So maybe he has his breakout game.
Zay Flowers. You want to take out Zay Flowers?
For who's Cleveland playing?
We could do Cooper playing Baltimore, or we could do Scary Terry against. Not Philly. That makes me think. We do have Sutton against Chicago. And that would be it. So the only two would be, unless you really think Scary Terry's gonna do something against Philly defense.
No, I would rather do the. It's between Cooper and Zay.
Yeah, so it'd be Coop for Zay.
Yeah, because Zay's playing Cleveland. Yeah, I'd do Coop for Clay.
Fair enough. Let's do that.
Yeah, don't worry, we're just saving him for something is a constant Gibbs line of I'd be very that's why I kind of stayed away from him. I was like, I don't know, like I think he's good, but I just don't trust the Lions offense that just spent like a good amount of like money to get Montgomery. Like they signed him to be the bell cow. Like they're not going to just, you know what, here's 25 touches a game, Jameer, have fun. Like it's not what's going to happen.
All right, cool. Locked in there. Next we got up. Are we doing DraftKings or are we gonna do the Pain versus Gain, or the Pain versus Gain?
Right.
We tied.
We split it. Yeah.
Last week we did a beat the projections for ESPN projections, and it was Dr. T versus yourselves truly. And then, so we went. Do we got it up there? Perfect. Oh, this is for you. So this is week.
Yeah,
oh,
this is for week 3. So
week
this
4.
Is week 4.
Week 4.
Yeah.
Okay. So week 4, who'd you go with?
So week 4, I went with Herbert against Las Vegas. I think he has high points. I think he's getting like 5 touchdowns. I got Javonte Williams. Against Chicago. I think Chicago's just, again, kind of a Swiss cheese defense, and I think Javante's been waiting to have kind of a breakout game, and I think they want to get him going. I think they're starting to realize that that's their only hope is him. And then Josh Palmer against Vegas. We always seem to have trouble with the receiver that's stepping in for someone being injured, a la Calvin Austin last year, a la DeAndre Carter scored against us last year when Mike Williams was hurt. I feel like every time someone's hurt, their just backup goes nuts against us. So I'm just sticking to my guns to do that. I'm actually going we'll go with George Kittle too. George Kittle, he has really had kind of a quiet year. I think he gets like 2 touchdowns against Arizona. I don't think he has that many yards, but I think he's getting 2 touchdowns, and I think it's going to be a big, just, divisional game. This is what's going to happen with it. And I'm actually going with the New York Giants defense against Seattle. The Giants should have had 4 picks against Brock Purdy. They dropped 4 picks. They should have had it. And one of the drop picks ended up being like a tip off, and then like Debo got it and turned it for like a touchdown or something. Like
that's crazy.
So I think their defense is not bad. I think they just need to get a run game. I think Daniel Jones needs to not be pathetic. And I think they're going to they're okay. I don't think they're that bad.
You got an extension, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck.
A fat one.
Sheesh.
But I think this is like kind of an underdog, the Giants against Seattle. Seattle looked terrible when they played against who'd they just play?
Seattle? Carolina. No, yes.
Well, they got smoked by the Rams.
Oh yeah, they got smoked by
And then who'd they play?
They
You have
beat
it
I was going to bring it up.
I want to say they played really poorly too again.
I picked them. No, they beat the Lions. +4.
They beat the Lions.
They helped me win one.
There
and
you
then
go.
they beat.
How much did they put up against the Lions' whack-ass defense?
They beat them by 7, I believe. If I'm not mistaken.
So the Seahawks, who'd they have in week 2? Oh, the Seahawks, they barely beat the Lions. And then week 3, the Seahawks beat the Panthers. So they played these patty cake defenses that are not very good, if I'm being honest.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Giants are right there. So yeah.
All right, cool.
That's mine. Take it for what it is. I hope I'm wrong on the Herbert and Josh Palmer because I hope our defense figures it out. But it's got
That's tough.
it's got 35 to 10 written on the wall.
Yeah.
But it's got us being up 10-0 and then losing 35 to 10. That's what's gonna happen.
All right. Cool.
Take us through yours.
All right. First up, I got Trevor Lawrence against Atlanta. They didn't look good at all last week, I know. But I just think just kind of how Doug Peterson is, I think he could rally the team back to kind of get him back on track. Trevor Lawrence didn't have the best game, but I think he gets back on track. He shows out again, shows that he is Trevor Lawrence. I think he puts up a 20 burger. So that's kind of what I'm going with it too. They play Atlanta, and Atlanta's kind of, tricky. I don't think they have the best defense. So that's another reason why I think he can kind of get loose. So quarterback, Trevor Lawrence. Next one I got Rachaad White against the Saints. They kind of been a little stingy, but I like that just because they're a little bit more stingy, I think he's going to catch the ball a little bit more out the backfield. And I think he's going to break off a little bit too. So just because they got some good corners and safeties over there in New Orleans. So I kind of like the check down aspect of it all for Baker Mayfield. He didn't look too well against the Philadelphia Eagles. So I think a lot of check downs, and he, definitely beats the projections. Maybe even gets a touchdown. We will find out.
Right.
Tutu Atwell, he's just been impressing me. And I think that's like something that I kind of just want to go off of. I think he's put up 20 points every game so far, if I'm not mistaken. But I think he continues with it. Rams gonna throw the ball a ton. That's just kind of how the whole that season's been for them. Tutu gets it done.
I'm in. I like it.
And Hunter Henry, you're a dude.
My guy.
They're playing Dallas. I thought they were playing somebody else. No. Could be wrong. No, you're right. You're playing Dallas. Just from what I saw last week against Arizona, looks like teams are gonna beat us through the air a little bit more now that Trayvon Diggs is gone. So I do like Hunter Henry catching the ball. We usually have a tough time against tight ends. Just finding that middle of the zone in the Cowboys defense, because you got to get the ball out, and I think Mac Jones is going to throw the ball in front of it, where his the receiver in front of his face a little bit more often, because Parsons is coming. So Hunter Henry, and I think he gets a touchdown. That's what I'm kind of aiming for all these tight ends. Like, who do I think is going to get a touchdown? So Hunter Henry gets a touchdown against Dallas. And last but not least, Denver Broncos, because they're playing Chicago. That's my only reason.
Pick, yeah.
That's my only reason right there.
And they're at least going to be like, that defense is going to play so pissed off after getting 70 dropped against them.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't think they're that bad.
I mean, especially when you play a team that's like so good, and then you play a team that's really so bad, then you're like, oh, this is nothing compared to last week. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're gonna do so much better. You know what I'm saying? So
especially if Fields sits.
Exactly. Now with the concussion, So why not? Fuck it, Denver Broncos, baby. Bingo, bango, bongo.
All right, that's nice.
Was there any surprise that you hit on that you thought like maybe this was my risk pick?
I thought the Tank Dell was like going out on a limb. I think that was kind of, he could have been just a flash in the pan, but I think that. Oh, you mean for this week or last week?
Last week.
I think the Tank Dell. I think I picked Trevor Lawrence last week too as my thing, and that did not work out very well.
Yeah.
Roshan Johnson was the one I was kind of like.
Ooh, yeah.
I thought that
I missed on.
I thought they would just pass a lot. I thought I was going to get like 8 receptions that game just for the hell of it, but
yeah, I missed on.
Too bad. Chicago sucks.
Kincaid and Titans. Stafford, Walker, and DJ Moore hit.
Walker was a nice one. Walker was a nice one.
Walker was a nice one.
Walker was a nice one. He did it.
Saying, yeah. DraftKings, baby.
Speaking of that, are we going?
Oh yeah. Yeah. So now we can pick our team.
Now we can go and we can get another dub. I like to win. I like winning things.
Yeah. Let me go. Let me pull it up on my app real quick.
I like winning things.
All right. So I guess kind of just go down same idea that we went through last time.
Yeah, so we're gonna
So
go
let's
through,
do-
choose a league to get into, and then have a daily fantasy one.
So this one is $5, and it's only 35,000 people.
What was the other one, like 200,000?
Fucking 176. Or no, yeah, 158. So yeah,
Hey, let's do
35.
that one. Yeah, we'll
35.
upgrade
We got-
to
we
it.
got,
we're playing with house money. We
yeah,
got
you're right.
we got $5 in house money.
We came in 30th.
30,000,
30,000.
30,000,
30th down here.
30,000. Jesus.
Yeah, so boom, boom. Let me enter this league. Oh shit. $5. Here we go. We're moving up. Oh, is this for? Oh, this is just for the house.
All
Just the
flex?
Thursday. This is a Thursday game.
Oh, I don't know if I want to do that.
No, fuck
Not doing that one.
Okay, so not the Thursday game. $20. Oh fuck, this is all we got. So another $3 entry. I
That's
think.
okay.
Oh, that one says hella. At least this one's a little bit. All right, NFL Showdown, play action, boom. Nope, still Thursday. What's up? Give us the Sunday action. Maybe find a contest here. Classic. Sunday through Monday, or just Sunday? Yeah, probably just Sunday.
Yeah, I'll do just Sundays.
All right, here we go. Oh, we got the $5 flea flicker. Let's enter that one.
All right.
There we go.
There we
We're
go.
doing the flea flicker one. All right, here we go. Looking off the bat for quarterbacks, they got Josh Allen first, Hurts, Herbert, Lamar, Kirk Cousins. Running back with Kirk Cousins against Carolina.
That's, man. Maybe.
Deshaun
Other
Watson,
thing is, I hate to say it, Purdy against Arizona might be.
the one right there.
Yeah, if not Purdy, we got to go either Purdy, we got to go McCaffrey. Has to be
Like,
one
this
of the
is
picks.
that's the
We have to. That's going to be the big money one.
slam
Yeah. I think we can figure the rest out.
Let's go Purdy. I'm okay with Purdy at he's 5,900. It's a good start. I'm okay with that. All right, running
A
back.
Big money one has to win.
So yeah, we have to hit on this one. So McCaffrey.
Yeah.
All right, with it. So we're gonna go Niner heavy on this one. Maybe we'll go back to finding like a sleeper running back since we went so heavy high on one. It's kind of like what we did for the receiver last week. Good tight.
Yeah. Is there a sleeper that we like in general?
Let's see
So I think Thielen's a nice pick. I think Thielen's a fun pick.
for receiver.
Yeah. So let's put him in. See what else we got. So Thielen's gonna be down. Should be down there a little bit. Yeah. I think Thielen's the sneaky.
Ooh, against Minnesota, just because they haven't.
Yeah,
covered
they're gonna,
nobody.
and he got like 10 receptions last week. Like he's been a nice one.
All right, so we got Thielen. I like that one.
I'm trying to think if there's another.
Should we do another big receiver? Devontae gonna go off a little bit. What do you think, as a Raider fan? I mean, he's been doing pretty solid for me.
I mean,
my
Devontae
fan.
might be nice just because he might get another like 15 catches.
Mike Evans, or is that just because the rivalry is a little bit too much? Rivalry's
Mike
probably
Evans
good.
actually usually loses this. I don't think he usually. I think he averages less than 60 yards against him.
I kind of like Pittman against the Rams.
Pittman against the Rams could be it. I think we might be able to get better value though. That's still
Oh,
a lot.
so it's possible that Debo and Ayuk could be out. I know Debo had that rib thing.
Nah, he's playing.
Okay.
That's if you're at all in, if you miss any part of practice, you have to be designated.
Got it,
So they
got
usually
it.
do that.
Hopkins against Cincy defense.
I just don't trust Tennessee quarterback.
True.
I like Hopkins. I just don't trust that. We could
Addison,
do Tutu.
Addison almost got the game-winning touchdown.
I
for us.
know. That
was
would've
so
been huge.
close. Yeah, well, he
We
was on
could
our
do
roster.
Tutu.
Okay.
How much do you trust in that?
I think that we're gonna get a lot of catches, a lot of targets,
Hey, I'll take it.
a lot of targets for 5,000, and maybe save a little bit, and we can still get somebody big. Because we're saving some good money here.
Yeah.
Take this.
We can go through the. Let's look through the running backs again. Running backs might be a solid. Oh, Josh Kelly. The Chargers backup running back.
Kelly.
Oh, that's still a lot.
Still a lot. Pierce against Pittsburgh. Maybe
I don't
Pierce
know.
had a tug. Pierce
Pittsburgh
had a
just
tug.
bottled up.
Oh, Jacobs.
Yeah, they just bottled up Jacobs. I don't know if I want to do that.
Zeke revenge game.
No way. No shot. Jalen Warren might be a sneaky pick. He's starting to take over
Chat. What we got in chat, real quick?
Bijan against Jags. Bijan does not have a touchdown yet. That might be. I kind of like that. Where is Bijan?
He is
Down
right
there.
here. Do they not have him
Is
on
he all the way up on
DraftKings?
top? Oh, unless it's a Thursday game.
Oh yeah, if it's what?
It's a
is
Monday
he a Monday
game.
game? Is it a Monday game?
It's a Sunday in London, but it looks like they're not counting that as.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it's
Oh
not
yeah,
counting
because it's
it.
in. Oh
okay,
yeah.
so different time zone. So we can't pick Bijan, but that was a nice one.
Dang,
That's a good call.
That would be. Yeah, that would be good.
How have you liked Pollard since you have him in our fantasy league?
He might be a nice big pick. We can put him on, and then if we need to drop because we have nothing else, we can. But add him on. How much do we have left?
Oh shit. Because that's pretty scary. If we could get McCaffrey, Pollard, Atwell, Thielen.
And then have discount receivers, yeah. And just as long as our running backs hit, we'll be all right. So we got to average about 4,000 a person.
So let's go defense because defense ends up being Broncos are up here at 3,000. Let's see if we get some value at this one. Oof.
So
Browns
the
versus-
Browns might
That's-
get
I'm
a bunch
okay
of
with that.
sacks,
I'm okay with that. It's pretty
Yeah.
cheap.
and they don't
Yeah.
have too many turnovers. They're gonna get it eventually.
I'm willing to bet my money on that one. So yeah, let's do Browns.
Yeah.
I'm okay with the Browns against Baltimore. Okay, so far we got
Let's
Purdy.
go to tight end. See what
Okay.
cheap we can get from that. Because we can go.
Hunter Henry's top 1, 2, 3, 4, 6.
Six best.
Fuck. I'm telling you, I know my team. Who was your tight end? Oh,
My tight end was Kittle.
oh shit, yeah, pretty expensive. Oof.
Freiermuth might be a.
He got a tug last
He got a
week.
tug last time. How confident are you in Ferguson?
Targets, man. He's just been target hungry. They feed him. They throw the ball to him at least 7 times.
Yeah.
Dak might want to try to show out, especially last week was that shit show. He usually does good after the game after. Usually. But I would rather go Muth.
Okay.
I just feel a little bit safer with Muth. I think he's
We can go Muth or Henry. How much is the difference on it?
we're talking about a whole 1,000. We can go Muth. We need a little discount. Maybe
Alright,
we could
go Muth.
it could save us. It could save us for maybe a solid
Kenny
flex.
Pickett broke out against the Raiders. That's fine.
Yeah, exactly.
We got.
And they're playing Houston, so I still like the matchup in that.
Yeah, we basically got 10 grand to split on 2 people.
Pretty good. Let's go receiver.
Oof. Maybe Cooper might be a decent pick. For
They're gonna
6.
feed him,
and then
man.
let's see if there's anything under 5 that we want.
Coop.
And then flex.
True number one. We got a
So
true number.
48.
Actually, they're all. Ooh, except for Tutu.
Technically.
Maybe,
they're all number
let's
ones.
take out Atwell real quick. Let's just take that out. See what we can get as a flex first. Anybody you think that has a big game? Henry against Cincy? Oh, but you said they bellowed up.
Yeah. He's been bad.
Maybe we go just spend a little bit more extra money and go Nakua.
I don't know if I want 2 Rams receivers, though. I know
Oh,
he's
well, we
been
took
good.
but we took out.
we
Tutu.
took out Tutu.
But I'm just saying, we go up or we go.
Puka doesn't have a touchdown yet,
What
so
about
that
a
could be.
Hawkinson against Carolina? Kind of like a receiver. I mean, shit. 6,000.
I mean,
Pittman Jr., like we said earlier. Mixon has actually been sneaky.
Mixon against Tennessee might be a thing.
He's averaged 15 points for me.
Yeah. How much is Josh Palmer? We didn't have him on there, did we?
He is 4,000.
4,000.
So we can still use him as a receiver.
Let's throw Josh Palmer in at that receiver,
All right, let's go. Boom. Let's go. Palmer back.
and then we'll see what the flex. What else we got with it?
And boom. Let's add him there. And then we got 6,000. So we're looking at Cook, Stevenson
Kamara's first game back.
against Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
We got that Rams running back that's been pretty solid lately. But against Indy defense, they're kind of stout. Oh, chat again.
Is Sky Moore expensive? I don't know if I want Sky Moore though.
More. He's on the.
Check what Sky Moore is. He's on the Chiefs. I don't think we can go Chiefs because I think the
SKYY.
Chiefs is a Monday game now.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Chiefs is Monday game, so we can't do it. But I'd bet he'd be less than 4,000.
Yeah, he'll be around that Palmer.
We can go. No, I like the Buffalo defense. I don't want to go with Achon.
Hey, Miles Sanders. Shout out Miles Sanders. He held us down last week.
Alexander Madison might have a good game against Carolina. That Carolina defense is bad, and there's a lot of feel good stuff around Madison because he had the weird, he had all the racist stuff about him.
Oh shit, for real?
Yeah, so there was like people like sending him DMs and stuff, like calling him names and stuff.
Oh,
basically after
fuck.
the first week.
What about Swifty? Not the Swifties, but Swift.
Washington's defense is still good.
Oh yeah,
That's
yeah.
a problem.
I guess we could go best matchup. He has the best matchup. Carolina's defense
is
is
it?
30th.
Yeah,
I'm okay
I think
with that.
it'll.
Does he catch the ball out the backfield?
He does.
Okay,
Not like
I'm
a lot, but he catches.
But
it.
exactly, like,
He
give
gets
me
points from
3
it.
and he might break out for 20. You know
Yeah.
what I'm
Do we
saying?
have any extra? We have 500 extra we could bump up on. Did you? I guess we can't upgrade Freiermuth to whatever. But
Ooh, 500. But who else could we get if we do try to go? Doju.
Gerald Everett against the Raiders might be a solid. But they do have that linebacker that covers really well, so I don't know.
We'll stick with Muth.
Stick with the Muth.
All right, Muth. We could wiggle around. We could go a little bit better than Palmer, or you feel like Palmer's the pick one?
Olave is a nice one. Wait, let's see if we can. We might be able to upgrade Cooper
Okay. Oh, there you go.
because I kind of like the value of Palmer.
Got Judy Pittman, Zay Tutu, Scary Terry, Tank.
Maybe not because I do kind of like. How much is
So
How much is Olave?
Olave is. We can make it work. 7,000. We're only 400 away. 500 away. Sorry.
I think that's kind of a nice. I think that's a nice thing if we can try to save somewhere else. I don't know where we're gonna save. Maybe Madison.
We could take Pollard out. We could drop down to 7,200. So who's around 7,200 if we do take out Pollard?
Yeah, because I do like the Olave play.
Oh yeah. See, so
we could do. Jacobs hasn't had a good game at all yet, and this
Chargers
defense is bad, especially if Jimmy G misses. I think they're gonna hoist it. I think Jacobs might be a solid play actually.
All right, I'm with it. Chargers defense.
Chargers defense is pathetic.
Yeah, it's like you never know what you're gonna get.
And
they
then-
almost blew it, but thank God they didn't blow it.
and then
'Cause
throw
I
Olave
need-
in there. Let's get a Haku play in there.
All right, I like it. This is a pretty scary matchup right here.
I'm in.
We got some sleepers.
Read off who it is.
All right, here we go. We got QB, Purdy,
Josh Purdy.
Josh
Brock Purdy.
Brock Purdy, running back Josh Jacobs, running back Christian McCaffrey, receiver Olave, don't know his first name, Jay Palmer,
Josh
Chargers,
Palmer.
Josh Palmer, Adam Thielen, Freiermuth, the Muth, and
Alexander Madison.
Alexander Madison, and the
then the
Browns,
Browns.
D.
I think it's nice.
We got $200.
Do you want to
think
upgrade the
everybody's-
defense? I think we're pretty good.
I like defense. I'm okay with this. This is.
We're good.
All right, we're
Send
good.
that thing in.
We're in. Here we go. Submitted. All right, and we're in. Done.
Can you, if you reload it on there, can you load it up there?
Oh yeah, it's probably. and then go to upcoming, and then or Mike. Upcoming.
There you go.
Boom. Let's do this again.
like
Back
this
to back
one.
weeks, baby.
I like this
We
one.
got I like it.
Nice. We even have the Haku play in there. We got to have a Haku play every week for this. Then,
Yeah,
if
we
he's
need-
in,
we need you,
you gotta.
Haku.
We need you.
We need your good juju.
I wonder if he could have changed the luck instead of. He might have convinced us otherwise from Addison.
Ooh.
Or no.
I
Who
mean,
was-
who did you want to switch out? You said
I'm trying to
play?
remember who was our. No, we had Cousins. Yeah, I think Addison was the only weak spot in that. We got incredible value from Tank Dell. He was like 3,000.
See, yeah, but exactly. But you know, at least that we saw
And
that
we had
he
the
had the
Tyreek Hill.
targets. That yeah. See, we had Tyreek.
Oh yeah,
we did pretty good.
but I'm just that's
Palmer has to be our Tank Dell this week.
yeah. We need a big game out of Palmer.
That's the thing about like fantasy football. If you hit on that that receiver that nobody thought was really gonna do
Yeah,
much,
the one
that
that
one
saves you money. Everyone else got to earn their money.
straight up.
All right, nice.
Cool, we're locked
Nice,
in there.
nice.
Pain versus gain.
Pain versus gain.
We had that one. We did the DraftKings. Yeah, I think that's
Yeah. Any other
football questions.
football injury? If you had a question about an injury or you heard about it, let me know. We'll do what we got with it. But yeah. What's our Black Sand League?
Oh yeah, a little update on the Black Sand League.
I put up 225 this week. It was
Oh,
unbelievable. Yeah.
Yeah, and mind you, everybody and viewers, we have a whole bunch of bonuses. We like to see a lot of points in our league. I only scored 108, so shout out Sarah for beating me because I really need this waiver wire to hit. real quick.
111. Jesus.
Yeah, so you know it was close though.
You started Chuba Hubbard.
Yeah, sure. I
You
tried to
need
get
to
with
you
somebody.
need to get one of my damn running backs here.
That's what I did. Oh yeah, he's loaded up running backs. Dr. T's the man to talk to. With
You might need a drop off of Mahomes there.
Yeah, so far it looking like. Let's see the league real quick. Standings. Oh, wrong one. I got too many leagues. 50 is in first. 3-0. Zach 2-1. Mo, first time fantasy football player.
Yeah, Mo is.
2-1.
I feel like Mo is kind of Mars. Like he's just weirdly good at things.
That's facts. Dude.
I'll never forget. I had math class with Mars when I was in. God, I was a freshman or sophomore in high school. I think I was a freshman. And we were all like outside making paper airplanes, and we're trying to throw it into like the L building little things. Like there was little holes on the upper level underneath where the drainage holes is, and we're all sitting there. We're doing it for like 5-10 minutes. He comes in, he's like, "What are you guys doing?" I was like, "We're just trying to make it in there." And he goes, "Oh, okay." And he goes and he makes it first try. He's just weirdly good at all things, and it pisses me off.
Don't take him playing dart. Don't take him
Oh
to
my
play dart.
gosh.
And then we got Alex in 2-1. Sar is now 2-1. Danny is 1-2. Dr. T is 1-2. James is 1-2. I am 1-2, and Ryan 0-3, unfortunately.
Oofda.
But he made a good pick though with Brock Purdy. He's been getting some points from, but I think his whole other team, people have just been. He has Najee, Pacheco. He has Tyreek, Christian Kirk, Zay Flowers. He has a Cowboy defense. Bench is not too hot.
I'm confident that Ryan will bounce back.
Somehow, some way.
He was on a lot of painkillers when he did this, probably.
Oh yeah, for sure, 100%. And hopefully he's doing better. Maybe we
Yeah.
can kind of like get him on the phone
Oh yeah,
call.
we can do it.
Get him a phone call next week and see how his pain's going.
Who is Kenny McIntosh? Why does he have him on his bench?
He's injury reserve too, so
Jesus.
see you.
I'm gonna start hoisting some trades for him.
There you go. He might be ready to trade Tyreek. No, he's not trading Tyreek. That's the number 1 pick.
Not with that attitude.
Not with that attitude. Is there any who's high? Like, say some people that are probably trying to get rid of that you think they're gonna have a bounce back season so far.
I would hold on to Gibbs. I've been trying to trade for Gibbs in some of my leagues.
So Gibbs is your guy. you're trying to go
I
for.
still think he's too good not to. I think Zay Flowers is going to prove to still be what he's kind of. People think he's a flash in the pan. I think he's going to be what he is advertised at this point. I think Devontae is going to get fed consistently. I think the Puka Tutu, I think it's going to fall down eventually.
Not too high
it's
on
just,
the Rams.
I think it's going to be on Stafford, basically.
Stafford's the problem.
And Stafford's gonna drop off eventually.
Stetson Bennett is right.
Stetson Bennett.
Or Stetson Bennett.
He's not gonna play. But I'm trying to think the other people that are kind of. I actually slightly have confidence in. No, I'm not. Kyle Pitts. I kind of do. He's been playing injured the whole time. They need to shut him down for like a couple weeks and let him get back. Like there was a.
I know. I sat him, and he actually. Well, he did as equal to Jake Ferguson. So.
Yeah, we tried to warn you. It's a tough life.
Hey, Jake Ferguson though. You my dude.
CeeDee Lamb should have kind of. He had a really good week 1, and then has been like I think mediocre since then.
Yeah, we smoked the Jets.
But I think he's gonna be a guy who's just gonna be more of a focal point. I think they're trying an experiment with Brandon Cooks, and I just think he's lost a step. And just like hands wise, he's lost it a little bit.
Yeah, I have a feeling that if Jerry Jones gets a little antsy, he's gonna make a trade somewhere. I don't know. We're gonna trade defense, or we're gonna try to get offense. But I think this is the first year he might go mid.
Word on the street is he was interested in Pitts.
I mean, that would be interesting, but still,
That'd be
that's
sick.
not. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I think the Najee train is going down. He looks so slow.
Yeah, he doesn't. Yeah, poor kid.
Najee train's going down.
I always wanted him.
I think Mostert's a sell high. Get rid of him. I think the Zach Moss train is going to slow down. I don't really trust that very much.
It's tough to trust Buffalo running backs.
I don't really trust DeAndre Swift for too much longer either, if I'm being honest.
Interesting.
I just don't trust the
You
Eagles'
like
offense.
Gainwell?
I think Gainwell is going to constantly
don't drop
be
Gainwell
there.
in my
Yeah,
other
keep Gainwell.
All right, I'm gonna take Dr. G's advice before I
If
forget.
Swift has another good game, I would look to trade him. I just don't see him sustaining it. He never does. That's the thing is he has these good starts to the year, or he has like a 4 or 6 week span that's like, hey man, he's looking like the guy, awesome, and
I was gonna go
then
get
he
the
just, like,
backup
stops.
for Gainwell, the backup to Tony Pollard.
Rico Dowell.
Yeah, he's been pretty solid, but they gave him a lot of touches last week.
Yeah, he's getting. I think they're trying to save Tony Pollard a little bit. I'm trying to think of anyone else who I'm kind of like meh on.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna take your advice. I'm gonna hold.
I like
on.
Madison. I'm losing faith on Pierce. I like Miles Sanders too. I think they just have to have a decent offense. And I'm losing faith on the backfield of that. I was really big on Herbert. I liked Herbert. I want to get Herbert Madison as my running backs in most leagues I was in, but
Oh, I just got a trade offer. Anthony Richardson for Michael Thomas.
in our league,
No, this is my
your
other
own.
league.
Who's your other quarterback?
Lamar. So I try to get Anthony Richard, and try to give him Richardson and DJ Moore for CeeDee Lamb. So his rebuttal to that was Richardson and Michael Thomas. It's a 2-flex league, so I'm trying to just stack on that. I don't think I'll start Anthony Richardson over. This was kind of why I held on to him, but I'm gonna wait because this guy's 0-3. So I figured I would try to get somebody good from him. So
I might wait and get a
Yeah, I
middle
was
ground
like-
between that. Like, let Anthony Richardson have another good game, and then be like, "What do you want for him? Like, this is it." He is basically your ultimate insurance for if Lamar gets hurt,
exactly.
which he has usually finishes 9 to 13 games a season.
Yep. So I'm gonna hold off on that.
Yeah, I'd wait on that, but that's nice. Ravens are frauds.
Ravens are frauds.
Yeah, I don't really know what to think of Lamar either. I think he has all the potential in the world, and I think he has such really good
Well, his receivers are hurt.
games and such really bad games. But like just watching him, some of those decisions he make of like, okay, he got sacked and he tried to throw it, like that's intentional grounding. Like there's just a lot of his decision making isn't always the same, and I feel like he loses a lot of it and then he gains a lot of it. and he makes bad decisions. He makes a good decision. Have a really good game, really bad game, and it kind of is like not super predictable with him, which is frustrating. But yeah. Anyway,
Yeah, well,
Fun.
Sunday fun day,
Sunday
as
fun day.
always.
Thanks
Oh,
for
hey, shout out for you for Arizona, your sleeper pick.
Arizona sleeper pick.
Yeah, it was your.
No. I said the Eagles were going to get upset.
Oh.
But if you guys thought I said Arizona, wonderful.
I thought you said Arizona because I remember we were talking about. But hey, you know what? I picked Arizona on my on my card, but unfortunately, I also picked Baltimore money line, so that didn't hit.
Yeah, Jets should have traded for Kirk. That's like low hanging fruit now, is Jets trade for Kirk Cousins. But
Yeah.
I don't mind. I think Trevor Siemian is just like Case Keenum with a not great college career. He's the same player. I think that's still an upgrade from what's his name? I don't even know. I can't even think of his name right now.
It sucks that we won't see Aaron Rodgers versus
Wilson.
like
What's
Josh Allen,
Zach Wilson. Jesus Christ.
and against Tua. Damn, that would have been really fun.
Yeah.
But
All right.
yep,
Well,
locked out.
thanks for joining us. We got SFL running after this.
Yep.
Lumberjacks and Golden Eagles.
No, we have the Redwoods versus
Redwoods
the Thunderbirds,
versus
and
Thunderbirds.
loser
Jesus.
will be on the hot seat for the hot wing with the bomb sauce. Don't lose. Don't eat the bomb sauce. I'm actually 3-10, so I will be eating another wing with the bomb sauce.
Get with it to get lost.
But yeah,
Thanks for joining us. My name is Dr. T.
and my name is Timo.
Catch you next week.
Later.
Peace.
Thanks, chat.